Hello, everyone. My name is Jalen Jones, digital producer here at WRAL. I had an amazing conversation with Flynn Synder about the future of the hemp industry here in North Carolina. If you're watching this video, like and subscribe for more content you're not going to get anywhere else. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and here's the content. Oh, right, everyone. I'm here with Flynn. Flynn, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Jalen?
I'm doing all right. And you're not one of our legacy hires. You've been here for a minute now, a couple months. Tell me how's it been being in this area?
It has been a whirlwind. We had a lot of wild weather this summer and winter, which is really interesting to be able to be a part of that coverage and just getting to know the area, meeting the people. I mean, there's so many different backgrounds here and just so many stories to tell. It's been an incredible experience.
And it's been fantastic having you. I love working with you. And also, you're hitting the ground running on the story. So we're talking about the future of hemp in North Carolina.
Yes.
You got some interesting sound of a business owner. And just overall, if people don't know, North Carolina used to be a tobacco state. Tobacco Road, a lot of things named after tobacco, the Tobacco Campus in Durham. And now we're transitioning into hemp. What drew you to this story, first of all?
Well, I mean, just seeing the reaction of business owners, this all started after a federal law change that a lot of people in the industry fear could wipe out the hemp business as we know it right now. I mean, you think of all those hemp shops that you see driving around,
yes,
all the, gummies and, infused drinks with hemp and THC now. It's become a really popular thing that's at risk of going away. And a lot of people in the industry are quite worried about losing their business. So just the reactions that we got really initially drew me to this.
It's always interesting realizing people built their whole lives around this. And, it's not criminalized, right? But also it's not illegal, but morally people have questions about it. It's a gray area business. Am I right? Am I tracking there on that?
Yeah, and so basically, just to give you some background here, in 2018 there was a law passed called the Farm Bill, which essentially legalized hemp production at the federal level. There was a certain allotted amount of THC, which is the intoxicating ingredient in cannabis that that was a certain amount of it was allowed in these products. And now, late last year, during that long government shutdown, the bill to end that shutdown basically lowered the amount of THC allowed in these products, which is where a lot of the wiping out of the business is feared, because with the lower allotted amounts of THC now come the fears that the products on the shelves now are going to be, one, illegal, and they're not going to have the same effects, as they do now that people have and users have become used to.
Yes.
So there's a really big fear of wide-scale change here in the business.
So you talked to a business owner specifically that's going to be affected by these law changes and what's possibly on the horizon. How much anxiety is with this guy right now?
So much anxiety and a lot of uncertainty, because a lot of these changes, as far as the THC amounts are concerned, don't go into effect until November of this year. But the growing season for a lot of the hemp starts March, April timeframe. So a lot of these hemp farmers, in particular the one that I spoke to, Jeremiah Leggett of Haven Farm in Nightdale, he's kind of wondering if he should even grow this year, because come November, the stuff that he's growing now might become illegal. So there's a lot of anxiety in the business right now. I talked with, a couple months ago, some hemp shop owners who sell the products that are grown. He's all in on the business and is now at risk of losing everything because of these law changes. So yeah, a lot of anxiety in the industry right now.
So I have a question, because this isn't $100 business. This is a multi-million-dollar business that's being affected.
Yeah, it's experts estimate that it's a business worth billions nationwide. I talked with one UNC professor who's an expert on hemp and cannabis policy. He said that North Carolina is a big chunk of the industry because of the hemp that's grown here. So it's not, like you said, a small cash business. I mean, this is a lot of business. Estimated thousands of people are employed by it here in North Carolina, and it's at risk of changing.
Absolutely. So talk about a little bit of who has the appetite for these hemp products, these THC products. For people that don't know, the triangle, we have a lot of major colleges in our area. So there's a lot of students. We also have a lot of working middle class people, a lot of families in the area as well. Who's behind these products?
So a lot of the people that I talk to, who aren't really involved in the business but use these products, say that they first came to use them. You think about CBD, other sort of hemp products like that, because of anxiety, or they helped with pain, or they were an alternative to traditional medicine.
Also pets.
Pets can use CBD treats now. So there was, among the people that I talked to, a sense that it was a good alternative, for some prescriptions that they feel like was a good avenue for them to get into, that they now fear is going to go away.
Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. I think another question I have, how is North Carolina treating hemp? Is it different than how other states are treating?
So North Carolina has state laws on the books right now that mirror the federal laws that were in place in 2018. That's kind of where the big question mark comes in as far as what the legislature is going to do here in North Carolina. Are they going to change their laws to match the federal regulations, or are they just going to kind of leave it alone? And I asked a UNC professor, who he said it would really be hard to envision a scenario where the feds would go after hemp states and not marijuana states. So the enforcement remains to be seen. And he also mentioned, too, on Capitol Hill right now, there's a growing effort to maybe put more regulations on the hemp industry rather than what some people in the industry call this is just a total ban altogether.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also it's complicated. So lawmakers could pass a law all day. How is it going to be enforced?
Well, I mean, we can talk about the supporters of these changes who feel as if the 2018 Farm Bill that we first talked about, that kind of legalized hemp, created this loophole, so to speak, that a lot of lawmakers and people in law enforcement have felt like it's given a loophole to some that allows them to sell highly potent products. Some that are very intoxicating. We've seen cases here, even in the Triangle in recent weeks, of crackdowns on vape shops who, are accused of selling highly potent products to underage people. So there are, arguments for why these changes should be, go into effect, because it would close what supporters say is a loophole that allows these highly potent products, and these bad actors to sell those products, on store shelves. People in the hemp business would say that they obviously don't want to see that, and they are instead calling for more regulation, and not just a total outright ban, as they call it, for people who are playing by the rules, in the hemp industry.
There are going to be bad actors in any business. And what you want to do is you want to reward the good actors, the people that get these products tested, that don't sell underage kids, that abide by these laws as well. So I found that very interesting. One last question. We are in the South. For people that don't know, North Carolina is in the South. And even then, there is kind of a moral question about hemp that we have to deal with, because we are in the Bible Belt. Put that in quotes because it's just culturally and historically of the South. Is there any pushback for people that do want stronger regulations on hemp products and they don't want these things sold in these stores?
I will say that the hemp farmer that I spoke to, talked about that, how, at first when his mom started using, hemp products, CBD, to help with pain and anxiety, that, there was a stigma around it. And he feels like they have only now just scratched the surface of what this industry could be. And he's seen, even, in the South where we are, you have hemp shops popping up all over the place, vape stores that sell these hemp THC infused hemp products. So he says that this is a growing industry. There's been a lot of community built around it, and he does not want to see it go away in the name of what he says are a few bad actors.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I could talk about this all day. Sounds like we need a part 2.
Never.
No, there's a lot of characters in this story that you're telling, and I find it all fascinating how it goes from the federal level to the state level to the local level.
Yeah, a lot of nuances there, and I think just how it will be implemented and enforced if the law does go into effect in November will be very interesting to see. And I think that's what everyone's holding their breath about right now in the industry.
Absolutely. And people want equal enforcement. You know, if this guy's doing it, why am I being punished and this and that? The enforcement thing is just so fascinating to me. What's going to be the application of it? So
Sure.
Either which way, I guess we'll book time for another conversation.
Yeah, part 2, right.
And, hey, if you're watching this and you guys are a lawmaker, want to speak to Flynn, hey, reach out, WRAL-Reported.com. We'd love to hear from you. Follow him on the socials and things like that. Also, if you're a business owner that's being affected by this, hey, reach out. We'd love to talk to you and get some more sound. Hopefully
Absolutely.
part 2, part 3, because this is going to be, this industry is kind of permanent now. It's going to be in North Carolina for a long time as well. So either which way, thank you guys so much for watching. Flynn, thank you for your time, man.
Thanks, Jalen. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. That was a wonderful conversation between Flynn and I about really what is the future for hemp in North Carolina. You can always pass a law, but how you enforce a law is what makes a law a law. So we're going to stay on top of this story and hopefully get a follow-up pretty soon as well. Again, if you're watching this video, like and subscribe for more content you're not going to get anywhere else. Thank you so much for watching.